Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. I have here a little plastic kit of it's a Shodo kit. So someone told me about these sort of kits the other day, so I looked up in Taobao, and this is the one that got my interest the most. This is a horse Orphenoch. This is from, is it Kamen Rider, or one of those Japanese sort of shows. Now I have reviewed one of these before, not a Shodo kit, but an actual figure in 1/18 scale, and the figure is amazing. It looks so good. Articulation is alright, but the figure looks amazing. So I'm hoping this will be good too. I doubt it'll be quite as big as the 1/18 scale figure, but the 1/18 scale figure I reviewed, which will be in such the videos. But I will have a look and see what it's like. I've got high hopes, but it was rather cheap. 30 RMB, I think maybe 35 have posted, or no, maybe 42 have posted, something like that. So, it's about £4. So not a lot, but let's see what it's like, and hopefully it'll be decent. I'm pleasantly surprised already because it just comes almost complete. Look at that. That'd be very, very fast to make. Okay, where is my trusty knife? Hiding somewhere, I'm sure. Up the top here. Okay, let's open it up. It looks rather similar to the action figure in terms of scale. Obviously, it looks similar because it's the same a kit of the same thing. But even the scale looks very, very similar, and it comes, built already, with the exception of the head and other stuff. No, it's a bit smaller. It's got an ab crunch. Awesome. Torso, not ab crunch, but torso articulation. Head is slightly different, smaller, and it's got that painted on white part. Ooh, that is so stiff. If I really like this, I will be getting a few more, particularly if I think it's easy to customize. There's customization options because the price is cheap, and it does look really nice. I don't have much to compare it with on the table at the moment, but I will compare it with some bits in a second. Most of my stuff is now in Ziploc bags inside cardboard boxes because I'll be shipping a lot back to Malaysia in a couple of weeks. I'll be going back for a week and getting the keys to my new apartment. Woo! So whether or not I will keep the apartment or rent it out, I'm not sure yet. I'll have to wait and see. Just the sword. Sword is a lot smaller than the version I reviewed previously. Just the sword to free from its plastic prison. Okay, let's have a look. It looks really nice. I want a hand that's going to hold a sword, which should be... Oh, look at that. Already I've almost broken the handle on the sword. That will snap off. So the plastic is quite weak on this. So I need to be very careful. It holds that quite tight. Okay, so there is no wrist articulation apart from tiny motion and swivel. I will give him... Does he hold his shield? Is this... Let me see. Same hand, same style hand. Okay, so the shield comes off. You can glue that. Okay, same style hand. And he comes with open hands and fist hands, and this nice sort of a hand storage rack here, which is nice. Though a bit loose for a couple of his hands, I think. Okay, so let's have a look at him. He looks really nice. He looks maybe on a tad on the small side, especially compared to the one that I had before, the action figure. But if I was to buy 3 more of these, you have the big one in the center, these on the outside, like they're from the same team or something, the same team's the wrong word, the same army, the same affiliation, the same gang, the same country, the same kingdom, whatever, you know. Okay, to possibly glue that shield into its handle at some point. Okay, so I'll give you a closer look. He looks pretty cool. Let's look at his articulation. So head we saw just plops in. So left and a right. There is an up and a down and a side to side. Shoulders, he only goes this far and the sculpt will get in the way, which is a shame because he does look pretty damn cool. Biceps, he gets 90 degrees. Wrist just turned, though there is a small bit of motion. Trunk will turn, will go forwards, backwards, side to side. Waist does nothing. Hips, pretty good to be fair, a lot better than I hoped for. He has a single or double? It's a single kneecap, but he does get about 90 degrees. Hips forwards and backwards, not great because the sculpt on this sort of waist section gets annoyed. You could take that off and improve that. They look a bit strange. Feet. So it's just a simple ball joint. So he does get a small tippy toes. He does get a small Michael Jackson. Oh, hello. And his feet will swivel and his feet will turn. So it's good for dynamic posing. I will say the plastic is that sort of hard plastic, which you know is going to break if you are not careful. I would be tempted just to glue that sword into the open hand, since you're not going to use it for much else. Particularly if I buy another one, and particularly because I've almost broke the handle off already on that sword. Just to glue it in would give it some extra strength as well. Okay, so let's get a size comparison. Sorry, he has a thigh swivel as well. Notice his shoes are falling off as well, or his toe rather. Okay, let's get the stand up. Get his arm down. Let's turn his arm around, his hand around. The other thing is, if I was to glue the sword in, at least to hold it tight and quite nicely. Okay, so, let's see what I can do for a size comparison. What have I got? Okay, I use Rust Lord. I use AIM. I love AIM. It's a great figure from Fortnite. One of my favourite Fortnite figures. And I'll put him into just the videos. Let's get a size comparison. He does scale rather well for 118. He's a little bit short. The other one I've got is probably that high. But he does scale well, and for the price as well. But I'd only describe the plastic sort of like, you know, those, almost like a Gundam or an Airfix sort of model plastic. So it's hard, it's brittle, it will snap, but it does look good and it'll be easy to paint. Let me rephrase that. All this detail and underneath the stuff he's got on it may be difficult in places, but the plastic, I should say, will take paint very easily, very well. He scales very well. If I get what is his name? K blah 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 09, I forget, from Star Wars. I'm not sure if I reviewed one of these before, but if I have, I'll stick him in just the videos. And he still scales really well. So he will scale perfectly with Boss Fight Studios, though the head may appear to be a touch on the small side underneath that helmet, but he does look good. I am pleased with that purchase. I will probably be looking for a couple more and see what other things I can find in this range here by Shodo. Shodo. Very, very nice looking figure. Worth getting the kit if you can find it, and it was dirt cheap, like I said, or very, very cheap, and it just fit in so nicely for 118 scale stuff. Get this box to stand up for you as well. Okay, let's do it that way. Okay, this is Awesome Action Toys. I am signing out saying please like, share, and subscribe. I'll be back to the more Awesome Action Toy videos for you. Stay happy and keep collecting, okay? Bye-bye.